Money's moving to me. I'm a millionaire. Money better cases. I ain't gotta chase.
Hey, beautiful people. Great day to you all. Happy Saturday, happy Sunday, happy Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, depending on when you watch this video. But if you're watching me live right now, go ahead and let me know where you're watching from. Rep your city, rep your country. Let me know where in the virtual building you are watching me from today, darling. I don't plan on being here before you too long, but I do have some information that I want to share with you. And I want to talk. I want to have some real talk today with my queens that are out there. And so go ahead and chime in. Let me know who's here. Go ahead and share this broadcast, because this is one of those broadcasts that you wanted to share. If you are someone who believes in enlightening people, if you are someone that believes in creating change, if you are someone who believes in truly being able to do better when you know better, you want to go ahead and share this broadcast. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with my intro, as I always do. My name is Sharita Leon. I went from being a homeless, disabled single mom to a two-time #1 best-selling author with books that were on the bestsellers list for over 2 years straight. I'm also a life, relationship, and business coach, an internet marketing strategist, entrepreneur, international speaker, and the protege of the legendary Les Brown, a forex trader and investor. And I empower my tribe to live their God-given purpose while creating wealth and have healthy relationships. I'm also a believer, and my faith is exuded in all that I do. So welcome, beautiful people. All right, so as you see in the title of this video, we are going to be discussing today Black women and money. Oh, yes, darling, we are going there. We are going there. I'm going to be highlighting Black women, but this is going to be for both Black men and Black women and people of color, more predominantly the Black and brown communities. I'm going to be talking to you today because we have a lot of work to do, right? And if you have been following me for some time, you know that I'm an advocate for wealth creation. I have been preaching and teaching to you all for over a decade now on why it's imperative for you to get your money in order, why you need to have multiple streams of income. Like, I've been sharing these things with you forever, right? And so we have to be consistent and do the work so that way we can see a grand difference in what our families look like, what our generations after us will look like when it comes to money. Most of us did not have conversations about money growing up. And because we didn't have the proper conversations about money growing up, we see the reflections of that, right? Hello, Dr. Lindsay. How are you, Queen? And so because we either did not have conversations about money or we had the wrong conversations about money, our beliefs about money are all jacked up. We have no financial literacy. So we see a huge gap in our communities, right? And so this is why I am so adamant about constantly showing you all results, why I'm adamant about talking about money, because we're not having enough conversations about it. And so while to some who don't understand, they may think that all I do is talk about money. No, all I am doing is trying to break the consciousness or lack thereof that you might have about money, the beliefs you may have about it, the lack of information you have about it. And so I am going to be consistently sharing these details with you because we have to do something different. When you look at the numbers, it is alarming to see what the Black community does on a financial basis, on what we actually bring home, and then what we actually spend. Let's talk about that for a moment, because we love to look good. Hello, somebody. We love to look rich, but yet our bank accounts, our assets say the opposite. Do you know that the Black American community has a buying power of over $1 trillion? I'm gonna say that one more again. The Black community in America has a buying power of over $1 trillion. What does that mean? That means that Black people in America spend over $1 trillion every single year. Now, let me tell you why that's a problem. Because we spend over $1 trillion a year, yet we have a pay decrease when it comes to the employment with Black communities. When it comes to the wage gap, Black Americans make 30% less than other counterparts. When it comes to assets, we literally half of us in America alone don't own any assets. So I need you guys to see all that I'm saying right now. We spend over $1 trillion. We spend over $1 trillion when it comes to buying stuff, yet we don't own anything. Not only do we not own anything, literally, we have a negative net worth. I need y'all to get that. A negative net worth. So how is it and why is it that we love to put money out there? As soon as it comes, it goes, yet we don't have anything to show for it. I know people who make 7 figures, who make 6 figures a month, and literally has nothing to show for it. Literally makes $1 million a year, 6 figures a month, and owns nothing. No assets whatsoever. Why is that? Because we don't have financial literacy. Hey, Dr. V. We don't have the financial literacy. So because we don't have the financial literacy, we're misbehaving with our money. We don't know what to do with it. We think it comes in, so it has to go out. And so we're not circulating our money. It's going to empty places. And so because it's going to empty places, we see the reflection of what that looks like. And sometimes what happens is we get to be blinded by the truth because we look at the TV and we'll see these, reality shows, and they'll show you all these people with their boutiques and businesses and all of that, but they are a minority of the minority. Do you know that literally in the 70s, Black people were more entrepreneurial than they are now? That is crazy. Black people own more businesses back in the 70s than they do right now. In this day and age, where we have all this information, all this technology, we actually own more back in the 70s than we do right now. We need to change that. And some of us are so concerned with looking a certain way that we'll put all our money into these $300, $400 bundles and wigs. We'll buy these, how you want to buy these name brand bags and have no money in there? We want to have this facade, but not own anything. That is crazy to me. Meanwhile, the uber wealthy, you don't even know they have money. You don't even know they have money. Why? Because they're not walking around with all these name brands. See, you see a portion of what society shows you. So you think that, I have to have this bag, this car, all of that, because that's what the super wealthy are doing. Meanwhile, a lot of the real wealthy people, they're walking around with white t-shirts. You're like, what? Now, I want you guys to get this clear and understand me. I am not saying there's anything wrong with looking nice and having nice things, because Donald, you already know I like to look nice. I'm all about luxury and abundance, right? But I'm more so about priorities. I'm more so about financial literacy. Hello. I'm about having the proper priorities. While people are fronting, where's your portfolio at? Hello, somebody. See, Dr. Lindsay said she remembers back in the 70s. See, and I wasn't even born yet, but I know. Where's your portfolio? Do you have a portfolio? Do you understand that money should be working for you? That right there is one of the biggest missing information or lacking information in our communities, to understand that money should be working for me. I should not be working for money. That's like financial literacy 101, wealth creation 101. If you think that you're ever going to create wealth because you are out here working for it, you're going to miss it. That's not the case at all. Wealthy people understand that money has to work for them. They understand leverage. They understand having systems. They understand that their money should have an assignment, which is the reason why they have a diversified portfolio. They're spreading their money apart in different places to where it can grow. If the same money you have in your account right now stays the way it is and it's not growing, it's not bringing you any returns, you're missing it. And so we as Black people in America who have $1 trillion plus a year spending power need to make sure that we're growing in assets. And I'm going to share my screen because I want you guys to see something here, right? So, Black women in investing, according to this stat here, 59% of Black women have no assets, and 50% of Black people as a whole in America have no assets. And 49% of Hispanics in America have no assets. Let's talk about it. 50% of Black people as a whole have no assets. 49% of Black women in particularly have no assets. No real estate, no stocks, bonds, crypto, nothing. But we have $1 trillion buying power every year. As opposed to 32% of Asians who are noted to not have any assets, and then 28% of white Americans who are lacking assets. So this is how it makes sense that there's a wealth gap. Now, while we can go back to all of the things in the history of this country as to why Black people are behind, we could do all of that, right? And is there justifiable reason? In some aspects, yes. With that said, there is no reason now that we are not changing these numbers. There is no reason now why we cannot come together to actually bridge the wealth gap. There's enough of us, enough knowledge and opportunities in this day and age for us to do so. But the unfortunate part is most of us want to go and get entertained. We rather be entertained than educated. And I'm not just talking about your formal education going to college. I'm not even talking about that, because they're not even really teaching you real financial literacy. So we're not even talking about that. Although there are some new politicians looking to incorporate that in schools, which is a great shout out to, I think it's the mayor in Florida trying to do the same thing to incorporate that. But the truth is, that's not even what you're going to learn in school. I'm talking about you being able to tap into financial literacy, watch what the wealthy are doing, and emulate what they're doing. Do you know that in the Jewish community, before money is circulated outside of the Jewish community, it is circulated within themselves 10 times before it goes out into anyone else? I've watched, when I used to live in Brooklyn, I've watched how the Jewish community own everything from their school buses, their schools, the grocery stores, the buildings they live in, the school, everything. So I understand how money circulates within their community 10 times before it goes anywhere else. Whereas in the Black community, money does not even circulate more than one time before it's gone somewhere else. I want you all to see these visuals. And if you can see on your screen, this is the actual visual of what I just stated. 59% of Black women have no assets. 49% of Latino women don't have any assets. So this is the thing we have to understand too, because we have this wealth gap, right? But then we also have a wage gap. We have a wage gap. So now in the workplace, 30%, there's a 30% gap for Black people in America in the workplace. So we're making less and spending more. We're making less and spending more. We have to change our habits. And once we choose to change our habits and tap into understanding money cycles, understanding how wealth is created, understanding how to diversify our portfolios, understanding how to tap into leverage, understanding how to get to the right side of money, everything changes for us once we apply it. Do you know that the wealthy Americans, the white wealthy Americans here, have acquired their wealth, 60% of them through generational wealth? 60% of the wealth created in white America is done through generational wealth. Meanwhile, 3.5 million Black Americans have a negative net worth. I'm going to pause right there for a minute. 3.5 million Black households have a negative net worth. A negative net worth? Well, with everything that I just shared, you see how. We make less and spend more. And we're certainly not passing it on to generations. And in fact, a lot of us are doing crowdfunding, GoFundMe accounts to bury their loved ones. Meanwhile, 60% of white Americans are actually leaving wealth to the next generation. The good book that a lot of us say we live by says a good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. So what are we doing? What are we doing? We have to change the narrative. And this is exactly why I am so adamant about us understanding financial literacy, why I'm so adamant about tapping into leverage, why I'm so adamant about being able to have the information needed and to do something different. We have to do something different. And this is why the Royal Priesthood Society is here, because our mission statement and our whole goal and intention is to bridge the wealth gap in the colored community by having financial literacy and being able to tap into markets that we had no privy to just 15 years ago. This is why I talk to you all about what I'm doing, the foreign exchange market, the cryptocurrency market, how we're diversifying our portfolio, having different experts from different fields come into the Royal Priesthood Society to share on a quarterly basis how to diversify your portfolio, how to ensure that you have a life insurance agent who can share with you how to utilize life insurance to build wealth, how to have a life insurance agent come and show you how to have money after you leave for your generation and why that's even important. That whole notion of, oh, no, they don't have to work for theirs is backwards. No wealthy person thinks like that. You leave your inheritance for your children's children. Why someone else could come and talk about, life insurance, talk about real estate and diversifying your portfolio with that. This is what the Royal Priesthood Society is about. And this is also why we have partnered and we are in network marketing with Tava, because you have to understand network marketing is one of the easiest ways for you to tap into leverage. It's one of the fastest ways for you to be able to get to the right side of money when it comes to being that business owner, because you're not reliant solely on your own efforts. You're not getting stuck being the employee. The employee stops making money the moment they clock out. The business owner will always make money because they've tapped into leverage and they have other people's efforts and systems allowing them the opportunity to make money as they sleep. There's a grand difference. And network marketing gives everyone the opportunity to become the business owner, and if you do it right, to become the investor. That's what the cash flow quadrant is all about. Once you know how to make your money in that industry, you take it, now make the money work for you. When I share screenshots of what myself or some of the people in my group in the Royal Priesthood Society are doing, trading, I'm not sharing that with you to impress you, because y'all don't even see the real account. Well, when I say the real account, the bigger account, because I ain't giving y'all all my business, right? But I show you possibilities of what you could be doing. And the simplicity of it all, so that way you can live a lifestyle that you actually enjoy. But more importantly, for you to live your purpose. That's the whole thing. For you to be able to live your purpose. To have access to better foods, so that way you can stay healthier. access to plant-based products to help you live that healthier lifestyle. We don't just have to watch people live an amazing life and wish that was us. You can create that for yourself. Stop living vicariously through other people when you can actually create your own life. These are conversations that many of us did not have or hear growing up. You should be able to create your own life. You have opportunities to do that, but you have to change your thinking and you have to take action and take action quickly. We move too slow sometimes and we miss it. You feel like you have to find all of the answers or you have to find the wrong things. I talked to somebody the other day and they were trying to find the wrong things. They were literally trying to find 5% of the things that would go wrong. What? What kind of thinking is that? Where is that thinking going to get you? And then you hear people say things like, well, that didn't work, or those things didn't work for me. No, you didn't work. Not only did you not work, you did not do the work. So before we're quick to say what is not working, let us look into ourselves and say, did I actually do what I was taught? Did I do consistently what I was instructed to do? Because we can find reasons to self-sabotage. Self-sabotage is a real thing. Okay? It's a real thing. And until you have that personal development, you won't even realize how you're self-sabotaging your success, how you're self-sabotaging the things you say you want. God actually brings you the opportunities and you self-sabotage, and now you are back where you were. For what? For your ego? For you to try to tell somebody something? For what? Like, it baffles me. I'm going to be real honest. It baffles me sometimes. The conversations that I hear, the things that people come to me with, and I'm looking at you like, are you serious? So Black women, let's change the narrative of these staggering numbers. Let's make it our intention and our purpose to bridge this wealth gap. Because listen, money is very spiritual. Okay? I don't care what no pastor, church, bishop, monastery, temple, I don't care what they told you. Money is very spiritual. Not only is it very spiritual, the good book says it answers all things. Okay? All things. Therefore, you should have some. Hello, I did a post the other day and I said, all things are not required. Money doesn't require everything, right? Some things require favor, but you need to have both. You need to have both. And so don't psych yourself out thinking that you're too spiritual to tap into money. No, money is very spiritual. Go read the 5 talents. Go read that parable in the Bible. It'll fix you real good. Well done, good and faithful servant was not about you living holy. That's about you growing the master's money. Okay? That's what that parable is about. Are you growing my money? I can help you do that. Like, for real, for real. I can help you do that. I can help you make your money grow. I can help you see dramatic increase in your finances in multiple industries. I can help you diversify your portfolio, point blank, period. Listen, you don't gotta like me. But what you will recognize is that I can help make some money, period. That is what I am gifted to do, amongst many other things, okay? So if you want to learn how to diversify your financial portfolio, if you want to grow your money, if you want to tap into leverage, if you want to get to the right side of money, you need to be a part of the Royal Pretty Pill Society. You need to be a part of our partnership that we have with Tava. You need to tap into living a healthier lifestyle and tapping into leverage and allowing you the freedom to create passive income. Money made in your sleep is a beautiful thing. Passive income is a beautiful thing. I just received my royalty the other day for books that I wrote 7 years ago? I'm still receiving passive income from those books for my royalties. That's passive income. And I'm going to share with you how to do that in this industry called network marketing through the amazing partnership we have with Tava. But you need to grow your money. Forex, crypto, commodities, oil, all of that. Y'all complain about these oil prices. I told you the other day, while folks are complaining about gas, I was trading gas and made almost $800 in 10 minutes. And those that copy and pasted my trade, that did what I told them to do, they made money too. Stop psyching yourself out. Stop giving yourself reason to stay where you are. Let this conversation stretch you and pull you up higher. You don't have to understand everything, but something should resonate with your spirit and say, you know what? I feel what she's saying. I know that there's more. There is more. God is El Shaddai, the God of more than enough. So if he's the God of more than enough, best believe I'm going to have more than enough. There are no limitations. This is why you'll see wealthy people like, why are they always trying to go and get more money? They're so greedy. No, it has nothing to do with greed. It has everything to do with the God nature in man, which goes from glory to glory and faith to faith. Increase is part of who we are. Increase is part of our DNA. The name of my book, Dr. Lindsay, is the first one is called How to Be the Wife That Every Good Man Wants to Find. The second book is called Prayers and Notes to My Future Husband. So if you're ready to grow your money, if you're ready to tap into financial literacy, if you are a realtor, if you are a broker, if you are a life insurance agent, if you are an investor in any way, shape, or form, please reach out to me and let's see if you are a good fit for the Royal Pip Society, so where you can share your gifts and talents within our community to share how we could diversify our portfolio. If that's you, inbox me. This is a whole entire movement where we are taking by storm and bridging that wealth gap in the colored community. And we're going to teach on this financial literacy, and we're going to be about that life. Okay? We are about that life, and you should be too. So contact me if you're watching from Facebook, inbox me if you're watching from YouTube. You can email sharitaleon@gmail.com, or you can find me on Facebook. Either way, let's make some amazing things happen. Right now, I have a promo for those of you that join the Royal Pip Society. You can get started right now for a very low price of only a couple $100, and that could change your entire life. You hear me? People are growing their accounts, doubling their accounts by 200% more, literally within days, being in my group. Listen, that's it. Past results does not dictate future results. All forms of investment include risk, but I can tell you that we're getting to the bag. All right, y'all. I thank you for watching. Until next time, only believe until the end and go get your life. Be blessed, y'all.
I'm a millionaire, money better cases. I ain't gotta chase it. I'm a millionaire.
Get your money.